Hello everyone, this is RV and I'm back again with another story nga i-explain ko I will read and explain in Hiligaynon. So our Hiligaynon speaking students will be able to understand it better. And this time I have with me one of my favorite stories na it really made an impact on me sang nabasahan ko siya when I was in high school, and because tungod sa ini nga story I had an epiphany, and I understood that as a youth I have to have my priorities sorted para mas maayo akong kabuhi. So by explaining this in Hiligaynon, I hope nga mas maintindihan siya kag mas ma-appreciate sa mga kabataan subong kag kamo nga mga readers man, and because this story nga really contains a very meaningful lesson para sa tanan when it comes to starting a family and preparing sa realidad sa kabuhi. So without further ado, let's start. This is Footnote to Youth by Jose Garcia Villa. So the sun was Salmon and hazy in the west. Dodong thought to himself he would tell his father about Tiang when he got home, after he had unhitched the carabao from the plow and let it to its shed and fed it. He was hesitant about saying it, but he wanted his father to know. What he had to say was of serious import, as it would mark a climacteric in his life. Dodong finally decided to tell it. At a thought came to him his father might refuse to consider it. His father was silent, hard-working farmer who chewed a reca nut, which he had learned to do from his mother, Dodong's grandmother. So sa first paragraph, we can see nga the sun was salmon and hazy in the west. So but silingon, it's sunset, diba? Kag si Dodong, our main character, thought to himself he would tell his father about Tiang. So miara si Dodong gusto ihambal sa iya papa about Tiang. So who is Tiang? Why takabalo, no? After he had unhitched the carabao from the plow and let it to the shed and fed it. So probably halin siya sa farm nila sa ila bukid, no, or wala lang takabalo kung ano, basta may carabao sa, so laban-laban he is working in the fields. Tapos what he had to say was of serious import. I think importance din siya, as it would mark a climacteric in his life. So importante gini para sa iyang iayhambal sa iya papa. So ano may ayhan ang ihambal ni Dodong sa iya papa, no? Finally decided, a thought came to him his father might refuse to consider it, and there's a possibility para kay Dodong hindi magsugot iya papa. So papaya katunodaan hipuson, hardworking farmer who chewed a reca nut, no, gamama, which he had learned to do from his mother. I will tell it to him. So probably si Dodong ni, no, gina-hype ay ako galingon na I will tell it to him. Ihambal ko na gid sa iya. So to continue, the ground was broken up into many fresh wounds and fragrant with a sweetish earthy smell. So ario, the ground was broken up in many fresh wounds. So ginpilas ang duta, ano, diba? So it's like a metaphor. One way, another creative way of saying ginkalkal nila ang duta, diba? It was broken up in many fresh wounds, and there was the fragrant of a sweetish earthy smell. Ang baho balas ang duta. So para kay Dodong hamot siya. For me, hindi. Pero kay Dodong hamot siya. Many slender soft worms emerged from the furrows and then buried again deeper into the soil, no? So typical, diba, kung kakalon mong duta, especially kung anak ka sa bukid, may mga soft worms ginada. A short colorless worm marched blindly to Dodong's foot and crawled calmly over it. Ayan, so may kamang sa tiil ni Dodong kag nagtaklad lang para sa piyak ng mga duta. Dodong got tickled and jerked his foot, no, nakalaman siya kagin gulpi lang balagin alsa iya tiil, no, flinging the worm in the air. Naglupad ang worm gulpi man gin alsa pitik tiil. So Dodong did not bother to look where it fell. Lain na gintulok, but thought of his age, 17, no? 17 si Dodong, teenager, very young. And he said to himself, he was not young anymore. So, pero siya, humble siya. I'm not young anymore. I'm 17. Diba? I remember when I was 17, I thought I am matured as well. So, I don't know, have you felt the same way, Kidodong? Feeling mo 17 ka na, may edad ka na, may buot ka na. 17, but 17 honestly is a very young age. So Dodong unhitched the Carabao leisurely and gave it a healthy tap on the hip. No, ginpakpak ang hips ang Carabao. The beast turned its head to look at him with dumb, faithful eyes. Ayan. So, gintulok siya sa Carabao kay siguro, amo na guro ang ginpaanad siya ang Carabao nga kung, pakpakunta ka sa hip, tulokon mo ko, kay basi may instruction ko sa imo. Dodong gave it a slight push, gintulod ya, and the animal walked alongside him to its shed. Ayan, so gintulod ya gali, no? Gusto ya patulod ang gintulod ya ang sapat para maglakat pa kadto sa shed, sa balay sang sapat. He placed bundles of grass before it, land the Carabao, and the Carabao began to eat. Dodong looked at it without interest. So, ayan, so ang Carabao nagkaon na siya, kaya ginpakaon niya na sa mga grass. Next, Dodong started homeward, nagpuli na siya, thinking how he would break his news to his father. No, amo man Japo ng gaubra lang siya sa iya mga task si Dodong, pero ang iya nga paminsaron kung paano niya ihambal ang amo nga news sa iya nga papa, di ba la? He wanted to marry, Dodong did. What? Na, gusto na ni Dodong magpakasal. 17. He was 17. He had pimples on his face. The down on his upper lip already was dark. The down, dulom na ang dalom sa bibig. This meant he was no longer a boy. Amo nagaliya basihan. 17 na sa may pimples na sa kuno. Ang dalom sa iya upper lip already was dark. So may bigote na siya, 'di ba? This meant para sa iya, he is no longer a boy. He was growing into a man. Lalaki siya. Maturing into a man. He was a man. Dodong felt insolent and big at the thought of it, although he was by nature low in stature. Putot si Dodong, no? Pero sang di pa minsariya nga, he was a man. Feel na gidya nga, na siya, may edad na siya, matured na siya. He's already a man, not a boy. Thinking himself a man grown, Dodong felt he could do anything. Yan, feeling niya he can do anything na because he is already a man. So, anyone else can relate kay Dodong? Amo ni iya ginaobra, ginapaminsar. So, if you can relate, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I can definitely relate. So, even though I'm a girl, when I was 17, I felt like I was a mature lady already. Nadamo na ko experience. Of course, I was wrong. And he walked faster, prodded by the thought of his virility. Ayan. So, doon nag-alsablaya dughan na lalaki kuya, lalaki na may buot ako. So, he walked faster. Din sa pakadto, a small angled stone bled his foot. Napila siya sa isa ka bato, but he dismissed it cursorily. Ayan, wala gisapak, knocks. Kisog. He lifted his legs and looked at the hurt toe and then went on walking. Ayan, ginutulok lang, no? Pero nagpadayon sa Japan. In the cool sundown, he thought wild dreams of himself and Tiang. Tiang, his girl, she had a small brown face, small black eyes, and straight glossy hair. Oh wow, how desirable she was to him. She made him dream even during the day. Yan, so that's her girl. That's Tiang, his girlfriend. Dodong tensed with desire. Wow, desire daw, gusto yagit si Tiang, no? And looked at the muscles of his arms. Dirty. This field work was healthy, invigorating, but it begrimed you, smudged you terribly. So, invigorating, makahatag kusog, healthy, makapahealthy sa imo, pero mahiguan ka sang field work. Diba? Grabe yun ang higko. He turned back to the way he had come, then he marched obliquely to a creek. Ayan. So, sa creek sa person mabili manglimpyo sa, diba? Kaya syempre mahiguan sa mo. Dodong stripped himself and laid his clothes, a gray undershirt and red kundiman shorts, on the grass. Then he went into the water, wet his body over, and rubbed it vigorously. Ayan, ginbrushan niya na ilawa siguro to get off the soil, ang mga lutak kag duta nga ara siya lawas, diba, kay halin siya sa bukid. He was not long in bathing, then he marched homeward. Pero why na to sa nagdugay? Pulin sila balay. The bath made him feel cool. It was dusk when he reached home. Sayron na. Petroleum lamp on the ceiling already lighted, and the low unvarnished square table was set for supper. So, ayun, ang ila suga, petroleum lamp, kinky, ang ilang table, ginaplastara na para sa pagkaon. His parents and he sat down on the floor around the table to eat. Ayan, pungko na sila. Sat down on the floor. So, wala sila chair. Sa ano lang sila nagapungko? Sa log. They had fried freshwater fish, pinaritong isda, rice, bananas, and caked sugar. Dodong ate the fish and the rice, but did not partake of the fruit. The bananas were overripe, and when one held them, they felt more fluid than solid. Ayan. So, Dodong broke off a piece of the cake sugar, dipped it in his glass of water, and ate it. He got another piece and wanted some more, but he thought of leaving the remainder for his parents. That's Dodong eating, diba? Fish and rice. And then the fruit. Okay, overripe na ko ng saging. Dodong's mother removed the dishes when they were through and went out to the batalan to wash them. So, batalan is a kitchen counter sa mga bukid. Usually, it's called batalan because it's made of bamboo. Diba? Tapos, may mga slit siya, tapos tira mo ginuhugasan, butang mo mga pinggan, mga ginuhugasan mo, tapos gatulo lang daw siya, may slit siya sa bamboo. Do ano sa daw lababo siya, pero it's made of kawayan. She walked with slow, careful steps, and Dodong wanted to help her carry the dishes out, but he was tired and now he felt lazy. Gusto kuno ni Dodong magbuli, galing nakapoy naman sa kay. Natamad na sa kay, nakapoy na sa. He wished as he looked at her that he had a sister who could help his mother in the housework. No, sa ginatulog kaya si mamaya na ano sa tani may manghod ko nga babae para may bulig si mama sa balay. He pitied her, naluoy sa kay mamaya, doing all the housework alone. Naluoy sa kay mamaya kasi mamaya lang gaobra balas ang tanan sa ila balay. His father remained in the room, sucking a deceased tooth. Ahay, sakit ang unto ni Papay na may argubang unto si Papay. May guba nga unto, so minasak siguro para makakas or sakit, no? It was paining him again. Definitely sakit. So Dodong knew. Dodong had told him often and again to let the town dentist pull it out. Nung inabalan sa doon, ipag-abot na bala sa dentista sa town, sa Banwa. But he was afraid. His father was hadlok iya papa, basit na hadlok sa injection, diba? Seriously, diba? He did not tell that to Dodong, but Dodong guessed it. Wala man sa nagambal, pero napakta ni Dodong na hadlok sa injection. Afterward, Dodong himself thought that if he had a decayed tooth, he would be afraid to go to the dentist. He would not be any bolder than his father. So, na-realize man dapat ni Dodong, otro man siya, hindi po siya magpa-dentista. Kay pares po sa kay papaya, otro po sila nga duwa. You don't scare me! Dodong said while his mother was out that he was going to marry Tiang. Ayan, halo, ginhambal yan na mapakasal na sila ni Tiang. There it was out, what he had to say, and over which he had done so much thinking. He had said it without any effort at all and without self-consciousness. Wow, pawala yan lang ang paghambal.
Stupid or something.
Dodong felt relieved and looked at his father expectantly. The crescent moon outside shed its feeble light into the window, graying the still black temples of his father. His father looked old now. I'm going to marry Tiang, Dodong said. Lah, ambal na kay Papaya. His father looked at him silently and stopped sucking the broken tooth. The silence became intense and cruel, and Dodong wished his father would suck the troublous tooth again. Yan, gintulog lang sa ni Papa yan, ho. Tapos naguntat, saksang unto, do, naguntat, sup-sup bala sang guba ng unto. Dugay nga, the silence became intense and cruel. So, dugay nga, dugay na nga tulok ni Papaya. Siguro, hindi na si Dodo comfortable ng he wish na susupo na lang luwat ni Papa yung unto para at least may mabalik sila sa normal kumbaga no? Kasi Papa ginatulog lang sa hipos lang wala gid hambal sa ibis kanano. Dodong was uncomfortable and then became angry because his father kept looking at him without uttering anything. Diba? So like hindi na komportable si Dodong tas nakakigsa. Ginliwat niya, I will marry Tiang, Dodong repeated. I will marry Tiang. Yan, balik-balik mapakasal ako kay Tiang. Mapakasal ako kay Tiang. His father kept gazing at him in inflexible silence and Dodong fidgeted on his seat. Tulog lang sa ni Papaya, no? Until though, hindi na bala komportable nga tulog. Though nakulbaan sa or nagyugihon na sa iyang seat. Kaya syempre, ginatulog ka nga dugay lang bala. I asked her last night to marry me and she said yes. Oh, nagpropose sa gali last night si Dodong ang naghambal naman niya sa Tiang. I want her permission. I want it. There was impatient clamor in his voice and an exacting protest at his coldness, this indifference. Ayan. So, I want her permission. Dugi na demand niya pa ang permission halin siya Papa. I want it. Diba? Dodong looked at his father sourly. Doon ang aking sasaya Papa. He cracked his knuckles one by one. Ginlato-lato yun yung mga kamot. And the little sounds it made broke Julie the night stillness. Diba? Ginlato-lato yun yung kamot. Kinagahipos lang manggid ya Papa. Ginatulok ang sa wala. So, diba? Ginatulok na siya. So, it's really uncomfortable, that particular kind of situation. Must you marry Dodong? Bala Papa ya. Mapakasal ka gidya Dodong. Dodong resented his father's questions. Resented doon na init sa bala. His father himself had married. Nainit sa kay si Papaya. Nagpakasal man. Dodong made a quick, impassioned, easy in his mind about selfishness but later he got confused. You are very young, Dodong, hambal ni Papaya. Hambal ni Dodong, I'm 17. That's very young to get married. Bata pa na para magpakasal. I want to marry. Tiang is a good girl. Tell your mother, his father said. Hambal ya. Magpakasal na kuya, buot man to si Tiang. Hambal ni Papaya. Hambala to yung mama mo. Diba? Hambala to sa tay. Hindi dong, ikaw hambal kay mama mo. No, ikaw lang hambal. O, sige dong. So, mapakasal na ko kay Tiang. Hambal ya. Hambal ni Papaya, na kung amo ni mo gusto, sige, go. Diba? There was a strange, however, ginsugtan sa ni Papaya, pero there was a strange, helpless light in his father's eyes. Do helpless, do na nga subo, or do nga gapa nga ibulig, nga do wala na sa may mahimo. Dodong did not read it, so absorbed was he on himself. However, wala to na notice ni Dodong, kaya iya ginapaminsan, iya lang yung kagalingon mo. Dodong was immensely glad he had asserted himself. Ayan, nalipay sa gipilit yagid. Iya gusto. Para sa nalipay sa gipilit yagid so wala gid choice ya ginikanan kundi pasugtan sa. He lost his resentment for his father, no? Nadula niya sunggod kay Papa. For a while, he even felt sorry for him about the deceased tooth. Naluoy pa sa gani. Nadula na iya sunggod so nabalik na ang iya luoy. Parte to sa unto ni Papa yung nagasakit sa iya. He confined his mind to dreaming of Tiang and himself. Sweet young dream. Yan. Balik na siya gina-daydreaming na sa Tiang. Ate mapasal na sa mga ipasugtan na sila. Pasugtan na sa sang iyang ginikanan. Amo man na ito ginapaminsar. Galilan kagaina, di ba? Gobra sa bukid. Kag ginaobra lang iya obra. Kag plastarya lang ang sapat sa shed. Amo to gali iya ginhambal. I must tell him. Amo na gali iya ginhambal. Amo na gali ang gusto iya ay hambal siya Papa. Nga gusto iya napakaslan si Tiang. Dodong stood in the sweltering noon heat, sweating profusely so that his camiseta was damp. He was still as a tree and his thoughts were confused. Basa iya camiseta, confused iya thoughts. His mother had told him not to leave the house, but he had left. Nagwa sa, he had wanted to get out of it without clear reason at all. He was afraid, he felt, afraid of the house. It had seemed to cage him, to compare his thoughts with severe tyranny. Afraid also of Tiang. Tiang was giving birth in the house. Oh, so probably this is after the wedding already. Tiang was giving birth. So, probably this is months or years after giving birth naman sa Tiang. She gave screams that chilled his blood. He did not want her to scream like that. He seemed to be rebuking him. Grabe singgit ni Tiang, oh, nabugnawan niya dugo. Feeling niya para sa iya ang singgit. He began to wonder madly if the process of childbirth was really painful. Sakit maging magbata? Of course. Some women, when they gave birth, did not cry. Oh, really? In a few moments, he would be a father. Father, father, he whispered the word with awe, with strangeness. He was young, he realized now, contradicting himself of 9 months comfortable. Your son, people would soon be telling him, your son, Dodong. Oh, so this is 9 months after. So probably gabusong si Tiang, that's why he wanted to marry. But he did not tell his father that. So siguro, pag kasal nila, hindi guro gabusong si Tiang. Siguro pag kasal nila lang busong dayon si Tiang. 'Di ba? And it's so ironic kay Hambalya, 9 months later, he was young. 'Di ba sa to sa una-unang opening sang story, Hambalya, I'm a man now. Alam, may buot na ko. 'Di ba? Tapos subong 9 months later lang gambal na siya. Kala ka bata pa sa akin, may bata na ko. Doon nagbaliskad bala ang paya bala do, 'di ba? Sadto gani do dumalo gid sa nga ginapilit gid nga mapakasal na sa. Subong niya may bata, na ubra na iya gusto hambalya. Hala ka bata pa sa akin, may bata na ko. 'Di ba? So nagbaliskad ang sitwasyon, ang iyang konsepto sa iyang kaugalingon, nagbaliskad only after 9 months. Dodong felt tired standing. He sat down on a sawhorse with his feet close together. Sawhorse, ang pulong-puan bala sa lagari, probably kung maglagari ka, 'di ba, may plastaran ka. He looked at his callous toes. Suppose he had 10 children. What made him think that? What was the matter with him? God. Ayan. Natulog ilang LTL. What if may pulo ko kabata? What made him think that? God. Lalo, hindi sa oy. Dahil pa lang, what's the matter with him? Anong problema ko? Diba? Nga pulo ko children. He heard his mother's voice from the house. Come up, Dodong. It's over. Tapos na, Dodong. Ayan. Suddenly, he felt terribly embarrassed as he looked at her. Pagtulog ka kay mama yan, huyasa. Somehow, he was ashamed to his mother of his youthful paternity. Somehow, pagtulog ka kay mama yan, huyasa, na bata pa lang sa tatay na sa. How things have changed, diba? Only 9 months ago, hambalya bat, may gulang na sa. Subong na huya na sa kay mama ya, may bata pa sa, may bata na sa. It made him feel guilty, na guilty sa, as if he had taken something not properly his. He dropped his eyes and pretended to dust dirt off his kundiman shorts. Dodong, his mother called again. Dodong! He turned to look again, and this time he saw his father beside his mother. Kita iya mama, tupad siya. Kita iya papa, tupad siya mama. It's a boy, hambal siya papa. He beckoned Dodong to come up. Dodong felt more embarrassed and did not move. Huya si Dodong, nawala siya nagiho. What a moment for him. His parents' eyes seemed to pierce him through, and he felt limp. Natulok ilang kabalo siya nga ginatulok sa sang iya nga ginikanan. Tapos feeling nga doon nagalusot gid bala ila tulok haw. Wala sa kusog para magtindog. He wanted to hide from them, to run away. So I think ang rason isang reaction ni Dodong is tungod sa iya balang desisyon na realize yan ng sala. Feeling ko ha. Hindi man sala kasi syempre may bata na siya, pero ang responsibilidad nga tungod ka ginpilit ya gusto nga papakasal sa subong ya lang na-realize ang may bata na siya nga nahuya sa siya ginikanan nga bata pa sa gali, pero nag-amo na siya kung nagilty sa bala sa ila. Siguro kay may mga gusto pa siya nga wala yan natag siya ginikanan. Halimbawa like di ba naluoy siya sa iya mama, kay si mama ya lang to kuno ang nag-ubra sila balay, gusto ya may sister mo sa tani nga bagbulig siya mama. Di subong may buot na, di subong naglugan na pod sa responsibilidad kay gitagaan niya pod apo, may apo na pod sa nag-ubra na pod sa iyang bata no, another responsibility. So he wanted to hide from them, to run away para magdalag. Dodong, you come up, his mother said. Saka day. Dodong did not want to come up and stayed in the sun. Dodong! Tawag ni mamaya. I'll come up. Nabala dong. Saka na ko da. Dodong traced tremulous steps on the dry parched yard. He ascended the bamboo steps slowly. Nagsaka na siya no, sa ilang kawayan nga hagdanan. His heart pounded mercilessly in him. Nagkakuba-kuba yadughan. He avoided his parents' eyes. Wala siya gatulok siya ginikanan. He walked ahead of them so that they should not see his face. Nag-una sa para hindi nila makita ang iya itsura. He felt guilty and untrue. Yan. So, guilty siya kag daw hindi siya tuod bala. Feeling niya daw hindi siya tuod nga tatay. Kaya nabataan pa siya sa iyang galingon. He felt like crying. Dumahibi siya siguro sa bag-ong responsibilidad because he is a father now. His eyes smarted and his chest wanted to burst. Dumalupok yadugan. He wanted to turn back, to go back to the yard. He wanted somebody to punish him. His father thrust his hand in his and gripped it gently. I think sa during a part, na-overwhelmed na si Dodong sa realization na tatay na sa kanya responsibilidad na sa. And he wanted to turn back. He wanted to go back to the time na, hindi amo na ang iya sitwasyon. Yan. So, I think na sense ang iya ginikanan. That's why ginkaptan sang iya papa kagin hugot ng kapot. Nak, his father said, and his mother, Dong. How kind were their voices, ahay kabuot pa, sang ilako ng mga tingog. They flowed into him, making him strong. Tiang, Dodong said, she's sleeping, but you go on. His father led him into the small sawali room. Dodong so Tiang, his girl wife, she's, diba? So, girl wife, bata pa po di asawa, asleep on the papag with her black hair soft around her face. He did not want her to look that pale. Lapsi si Tiang, his girl wife, meaning may trace pagidya sang bata, pagidya ya asawa ya, biskan tulokon ni subong nga bago bata pagidya, tulog sa ilapapag, no? Kalapsi. Dodong wanted to touch her, to push away the stray wisp of hair that touched her lips. But again, that feeling of embarrassment came over him, and before his parents, he did not want to be demonstrative. Yan. Gusto niya hikapon niya asawa, alaga, ang may buhok nga nagtapik sa bibig ko niya, pero ito siyempre nahuya sa kay ara kinikanan. So, hindi sa gusto magpakita sang affection sa iya nga bata. Sa iya nga asawa, galit. The hilot was wrapping the child. Dodong heard it cry. So, hilot is the unprofessional midwife. And sila na usually ang nagpapabata sa mga far-flung areas. So, far-flung areas kung wala access sa professional midwife. So, this gives us the idea nga si Dodong taga bukid, layo nga bukid, no? Hindi gid malabot sang syudad. So, again, so this gives us the idea nga si Dodong sila gi-star sa bukid gid ba lang apart nga budlay ka masudlod sang mga modern ideas, modern vehicles, modern thought process sa mga 17 years old, diba? So, the thin voice peered him clearly. He could not control the swelling of happiness in him. So, batian niyang tingog sa niya bata, hibi siya bata, and grabe gid kalipay. Hatag sa sakon tala di sa sakon, hambal ni Dodong. Blas was not Dodong's only child. Blas is the name of the first child. Many more children came. For 6 successive years, a new child came along. What? Sunod-sunod iya bata. Dodong did not want any more children, but they came. No, hindi na si Dodong gusto sang bata, pero ara Japon sila gaabot. It seemed that the coming of the children cannot be helped. Dodong got angry with himself sometimes. So, hindi sa kabalo sang family planning, no? Sa anam ka tuig, sige iya bata. Tiang did not complain. Wala gareklamo. But the bearing of the children took a toll on her. She was shapeless. Wala na sa hurmay lawas. Niwang, biskan bata pa sa. There was interminable work to be done. Wala katapusan ng obra. Luto, laba, ang balay, ang mga bata, ang gisagahibi siya kuno tanim nagawish siya nga wala siya tanim ng pakasal. Wala yan ginahambal kay Dodong kay syempre hindi man gusto nga mainit siya si Dodong, pero deep inside ginawish siya nga wala siya tanim ng pakasal. tungod sa nga grabe nga responsibilidad nga naagyan niya. Biskan kay Dodong pa na para sa iya, tani wala na siya nagpakasal. Nga palangga agitan ni si Dodong. There was another suitor. May ara siya isa ka gapangaliyag sa iya, si Lucio. Older than Dodong by 9 years. No? Magulang pa kay Dodong siyam ka tuig. Pero ginpili, amo na gani ka ginpili si Dodong kay para sa iya tigulang na si Lucio, no? Magulang sa iya daan. Magulang kay Dodong sa siyam ka tuig. Si young Dodong, bata pa, 17. Lucio had married another after her marriage to Dodong. But he was childless now. No, may pakaslan si Lucio pagkatapos siya magpakasal kay Dodong, pero sa subong si Lucio wala pa bata. Gawander sa akong akon si Lucio yagin pamana kagin tagaan niya mga bata, maybe siguro hindi, maybe oo, pero base mas better to, pero mas palanggi si Dodong para sa iyo. Pero si Dodong made life ugly. Dodong whom life had made ugly. Shucks, naglaway na ako na si Dodong. Ano man si Tia? Pero naglaway na ako na si Dodong. One night, sang gihigda sa tupad siya asawa, nagtindog siya si Dodong kag nagwa sila balay. Nagtindog siya sa dalom sa moonlight, bulan, kapoy. No? Kapoy siya and careless. He wanted to ask questions and somebody to answer him. He wanted to be wise about many things. Damo siya pamangkot. Gusto niya sang sabat. Gusto niya maging wais sa damo ang mga bagay. Pero one of them was why life did not fulfill all of youth's dreams. Why it must be so. Why one was forsaken after love. Ngala siya nung wala na fulfill ang tanang nadamgoy sang bata pa sa. Tapos after bala niya sang love, why one was forsaken, nga agin pabayaan sang life ang isa katawo para sa iya, pabayaan sang life ang isa katawo pagkatapos ang love. Dodong would not find the answer. Maybe the question was not to be answered. It must be so to make youth. Ayan. So youth must be dreamfully sweet. Dodong returned to the house humiliated by himself. He wanted to know a little wisdom but was denied it. So like, amo na yung gawander sa mind ni Dodong, no? Probably it's like a metaphor of the reality of life. Like, youth, di ba kung bata ka, damo ka handom, ambi mo gusto mo ni, kaya mo ni, amo na yung ginawish mo, amo rin ibrahon mo kay amo na yung gusto. Pero, all of a sudden, life will abandon you, sangin pili mo na ang love. And then damo si Dodong pamangkot pero wala sa may nakita nga sabat, so nagbalik na sa sila balay. When Blas was 18, he came home one night very flustered and happy. Si Blas, 18 na si Blas. Nagpuli ko na si Blas one night, happy, no? Very flustered and happy. It was late at night and Tiang and the other children were asleep. Si Blas, no, do hindi siya bala mahimtang, tapos na doon halipay mitsa, no? It was late at night and Tiang and the other children were asleep. Tulog na sa Tiang kag iban nga mga bata. Dodong heard Blas' steps for he could not sleep well of night. He watched Blas undress in the dark and lie down softly. Blas was restless on his mat and could not sleep. Dodong called his name and asked why he did not sleep. Blas said he could not sleep. Kita iya bata gailis, tupad sa ila. Tapos pamangkot yung bata, nga wala ka pa nagtulog. Hambang ni Blas, hindi sa katulog. Sabat ni Dodong, better nga matulog ka na. Kay ano na yung oras. Tapos si Blas raised himself, nagbangon on his elbow. Diba ginto ko diya siko, nagbangon siya to ko diya siko. And he muttered something in a low, fluttering voice. Dodong did not answer and tried to sleep. Nawala ng sabat si Dodong. Tapos nagtulog lang si Dodong. Itay, hambal ni Blas softly. Dodong stirred, nagbugtaw siya. Kag namangkot what it was. Ano man? Hambal ni Blas, I'm going to marry Tona. She accepted me tonight. What the fudge? So, hambal ni Blas, mapakasal ako kay Tona. Ginbato niya na ako kagabi. Dodong lay down on the red pillow without moving. Why sa nagiho? Tay, minsan Tay, you think it over. Dodong, stay silent. Lay silent, hipos lang ipapa. Plangga kong gito na tay ka gusto ko sa. Tapos ang ni Dodong sa iya, nagbangon si Dodong, no, rose from his mat. Tapos ang balya kay pa sa iya bata nga dari dis o di sakon. Nanaog sila sa yard sa Ilagwaan na everything is quiet na. Ang bulan is cold and white. You want to marry Tona? Dodong said, ang gusto mo pakasal kay Tona. Hindi gusto nga mapakasal si Blas. Pero kay kabata pa kay Blas. The life that would follow marriage would be hard. No? Ang kabuhi nga masunod pagkatapos ng pagpakasal, very, very budlay. Sabat ni Blas. Sa iya pamangkot, you want to marry Tona? Ang bali Blas, yes. Kabalo na ni si Dodong mo, kay naagyan niya na, diba? The life that would follow marriage would be very hard. Habal ni Dodong, must you marry? Blas voice stilled with, dapat kagid bala magpakasal? Habal ni Blas, doon na ugot ang tingog bala, doon may kaugot sa tingog ni Blas. I will marry Tona, mapakasal ko kay Tona. Dodong kept silent, hurt. Hipos lang si Dodong, doon nasakitan sa. Habal ni Blas sa iya, may objections ka tay? May ano ka? May problema ka datay? No! Hambal ni Blas. Sa iya dugin si tayo pa si papa mo. Papayai ka namin sa iyo. Hambal ni Dodong, nak, wala. But truly, God, I don't want Blas to marry yet. Not yet. I don't want Blas to marry yet. Si Dodong. Do pares do kumbaga do nagbalik lang to bala sa opisyon ni papa ni Dodong. Sang naglisensya si Dodong, naghipos lang iya papa no, wala nang tulok sa iya. Wala sa gipunggan, pero deep inside, nagyan na ni Dodong nga deep inside, ang iya ginabatsyag is, I don't want Blas to marry yet, not yet, I don't want Blas to marry yet. But he was helpless. Why sa may mihimo, he could not do anything. Youth must triumph now. Mga bata, subong, madaog sila. Love must triumph. Mauna gid dapat ag magpalangga. Afterwards, life. As long ago, youth and love did triumph for Dodong and then life. Dodong looked wistfully at his young son in the moonlight. He felt extremely sad and sorry for him. Yan. So, kumbaga daw, they stand for the realities of life bala. Youth and love and life. So, para subong youth and love, mga mapusok. Sila gid ni dapat ang masunod. Diba? Then eventually, kung masunod na sila, dito pa lang mabalaan sang nagsunod sa ila nga, ay, amo di gali ang kabuhi. Kabudlay gali, kapigado. Nga, amo di gali ang amo di gali ang natabo. Hindi ka nakabalik. Diba? Hindi ka nakabalik. Kahit syempre may bata ka na, may pamilya ka na, may mga responsibilidad ka na. So, this is a footnote to youth by Jose Garcia Villa. And I really like this because if you are just listening to the moral, if your heart and mind is open to the moral of the story, ma-realize mo nga what Jose Garcia Villa is trying to tell us is that kay ginsulat yan isang 1913 mo. So that time damo pa may nagapinakasal nga mga bata pa, 'di ba? So kung damo ka may pinakasal nga bata pa, tas ma-realize na ay lash, budlay kali isang kabuhi kun why ka naka-prepare. Why ka iniskulahan, why ka tarong obraw, economically wala ka mo. Because you will just suffer. Diba? And footnote to youth, namiangi ko ni magpabasa sa mga high school students ko before. Tungod kay, makonect ko siya sa lesson nga, pakasal ka mo subong, kung napakasal ka mo subong, abi mo okay pa. Wala may mapagong sa inyo, kahit syempre wala may mahimo, wala may makapagong sa inyo, diba? Kahit syempre may mga buot naman ka mo. Pero what comes after that? Ano pagkatapos na? Pagpakasal nyo, danay ka mo, mobra ka mo bata, mobra ka mo pamilya ng inyo. Ano ang mga responsibilidad? Kaya nyo? Oh, yeah, that's Footnote to Youth by Jose Garcia Villa. If you did, I hope I did the story justice ang gintry ko siya explain sa Hiligaynon. And if you have other stories na gusto i-share or gusto nyo i-explain ko in Hiligaynon, please put it in the comments. If you have corrections as well, kabalo ko hindi ko perfecto, so basta may mga salaman ko sa pag-explain. Please put it in the comments para makorek ko siya sa dason. Salamat gid nga madamo, and this is again Footnote to Youth by Jose Garcia Villa, explained by Inhiligaynon by yours truly. Bye bye.